All right, let's get to our Future is Bright segment, brought to you by our friends over at Shady Rays. Let's put on our rose-colored glasses and explain to the people why the future is so bright for the Phillies. Brought to you by Shady Rays. Head to shadyrays.com and use code PHLY at checkout for 35% off polarized glasses. That is a great deal that you should all take advantage of. Shady Rays are absolutely awesome. And the future is bright, Renee, because the Phillies all of a sudden have a thriving farm system. We've been doing the Down on the Farm report from time to time, but this is now another little mini one because the future is bright for the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's start with our man, Aidan Miller. We talked to him down in Clearwater. He has now moved up 16 spots on Baseball America's top 100 prospect list. Ooh, and the reason why he's moving up, the offense is there as expected. The defense has been impressing people and been better than expected so far. So Aidan Miller has had a high rise, up 16 spots on Baseball America's list for top prospects. Love to see it.
Yeah, love to see that Aidan Bauer has been playing so well. You've been hearing about his consistency. The power is there. And also on the fielding side, he's been showing well. So excited to see Aidan's continuous growth that we're seeing. Another guy that or two other guys that earned some organizational honors for the month of April, because we love to see, people get their credits when due for how they've been performing. Starting with Reading first baseman Carson Taylor, who was drafted initially to the Dodgers back in 2020 and through the last 4 years has found himself in Reading. Now, the Virginia Tech grad had a stellar April.
Hokey. At
24 years old, yes, where he slashed 354, 426, 708. He had a 1.134 OPS and went 17 for 48 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, 18 RBIs, 5 walks, 2 stolen bases, and 8 runs scored across 13 games in AA for Reading in the month of April. Great to see that he is also doing a fantastic job just among all Eastern League hitters to be second in batting average, slugging percentage, and OPS, and tied for second in RBI, tied for 5th in home runs. So putting up some really good numbers so far to start off the season for Carson Taylor. Carson Hone, I think is how you say his middle name. Taylor. Hohen? Hohen, I think is actually it. Maybe Hohen. Hohen?
The next guy we're going to talk about briefly, I don't know. I'm not the pronunciation guy. You should never come to me for a pronunciation. The next guy we're going to talk about, just quick update on George Clausen. Last time we talked about him, we talked about his phenomenal numbers. This is a guy that had Tommy John surgery back in 2020 or 2021, right before he got to Minnesota. He left with a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Shoulder injury for a guy that throws gas. I always think of Johan Santana right away when I think of shoulder injuries. And a pitcher, but George Clausen, the team says they don't think it's that bad. They don't think he's going to miss a ton of time. But obviously, he's been dealing this year. Never like to hear shoulder injury with a top pitching prospect.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he had given up his first run of his career. He was on a nice heater of a 0 ERA in his 21 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts. For the month of April, he was named the pitcher of the month for his performance with that 2-0 record, 0 ERA, 32 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 43.2 strikeout percentage. Was doing fantastic in just honestly not giving up runs, hits, and then did give up his first run, and then also got injured to add insult to injury. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. I know I was trying to check out to see if there were any updates. It is definitely very nerve-wracking whenever you hear about an injury. And then one other that's not a great move before you get into your final guys to highlight, Mick Abel, who we've also talked a lot about. It's been a big opportunity for Mick Abel this season, especially with the Phillies, just having a chance to possibly work himself into the Phillies rotation. We've talked about maybe even this summer that could be a potential move, and it still is maybe possible, but he's
only
chances are
22.
slimming.
I mean,
he is still very young. He did unfortunately move down 13 spots.
It's not great.
Prospect ranking. And so it's not good to see at 22, although he has time to fix his issues. He is not improving at the proper rate that you would have liked. Seems that it seems he has kind of gotten a little bit stagnant in his movement right now. So he is continuing to struggle to put away hitters. So we'll keep an eye on Mick Abel because he's got a lot of potential there, and he's one that we hope could work out, but who knows?
And then the last guy we're going to highlight here is Starlyn Caba, the shortstop, who was one of their highest international signings during the 2023 period. He is another guy that is a fast riser within the season. He's coming off an elbow injury that kind of, I think he lost some of the hype train last year because of it, but he had his pro debut in the Dominican Summer League. And him and the Phillies couldn't have been happier with everything that happened. He's an 18-year-old still. He's showing dazzling defense, according to Baseball America. One that could get him to a true 80 grade tool, which is as high as you can get on the scouting metrics. And outstanding bat-to-ball skills. His power might never be better than below average, but everything else on Caba's card grades as an above-average hitter or better. Jeff Pontus, who covers prospects around Major League Baseball, says Starlyn Caba has been one of the most impressive young players I've seen in spring. Might be a 70-plus defender at shortstop with good bat-to-ball skills and approach from both sides of the plate. Here's a quick look at his profile if you want to follow Jeff on Twitter. A switch hitter is a unbelievable weapon for a team to have. And then the last note on the minor league system is Wesley Moore got promoted up to the Reading Phillies. So another riser within the system.